11th worst thing about the All-Star Game are the jerseys sitting on the floor here.
It's a relevant intro?
Spoiler alert. Why do you have 4? Why do you have all 4?
Oh, I don't. Phil does.
Why do you have all 4? Just because they're $40, Phil, doesn't mean that you have to buy them.
They're $40 when I bought them. Because someone's like, you have to get all the Adidas from 2024. So
Who would do that?
I don't know who would do that. I don't
No. Phil's like, oh, I have like 20 of the 31. It's like, well, if you're going to do that, you might as well get them all.
I think it was like 18 of the 24. Like, it wasn't that far off.
My ratio was correct.
Not to drop a spoiler here, but...
My ratio was correct.
Wow.
Before we get ratioed. Next on Ugly Thirds.
Wow.
Welcome back to another episode of Ugly Thirds. Today's topic is the NHL All-Star Game worst 3 looking games. Gentlemen, go.
So, go. All right. Wow.
Places to be, Mr. Phillip?
I have
fellas.
a couch to be sitting on.
Fair.
So, first off, we're only doing the modern era. So we're not getting to the Campbells and Wales and some of the way back stuff. Yep. So don't bother in the comments. Second, that we are doing full games because of the jerseys are all meant to evoke a similar look, so we're not going to pick between them. We're just going to say the full game. But that's the ground rules of this. And somehow this didn't make it on because, they took
East.
They took that jersey, which has a logo, and then the next year they took off the logo and said, we have 2 teams, East and West. What should the logos be? And someone just goes, we'll just put East. But it's an all-star game. Well, what's some stars on it?
What if you just put 4 stars next to it?
My God, Jenkins, you've done it. Let's hit an early lunch. Wow.
East. It's fine.
It's fine.
Fine.
But it's not the worst.
Not the 3rd worst.
The 3rd worst.
Oh.
Can you even see it on this screen? It's
future.
Now how do you know it's an all-star game? That's right. It says All-Star on it.
You're right. I didn't even notice that.
It says it
just
twice.
in case.
It says it in the collar too.
You want a jersey cam? If we don't blow it out, like we look at lasers with a camera, it's gonna be bad.
This is an All-Star Game jersey. Aha. Oh, there it is. Ooh, when did they start? Phil, when did they start dabbling with the color effect?
When?
Yeah.
I don't have it written down.
That prompts you what year what this was.
Oh, well, the color. Well, this is from 2015.
Thank you.
And where was it held?
Columbus,
Ohio. They dared inflict this on the poor people of Ohio. Haven't they suffered enough? They live in Ohio.
Have you seen the commercials? Everything's great in Ohio, supposedly.
Ohio.
Look at that.
So the true story.
It's a nightshirt.
We had a power outage, and so we're all very concerned. Is school going to start? And of course, there's a couple hours before they actually call off and you go home.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the power came on 10 minutes before that, as it always does.
Yep.
But in knowing it's first thing in the morning, and I heard the power outage had already started, and they just okay, get into the building. I wore this so I'd be visible even in the dark.
Nice. You planned on teaching that day.
I did.
These kids are gonna get... Here, kids, shine your phone light on my crest. We'll light the room up. Look at the glare.
Like a disco ball.
This is the height of chrome.
The height of chrome. And look, I mean, the beveling that's in this, and I guess some of it's real, because that's regular twill, but that's also... But also how, you get one little wrinkle in the whole thing. You want a jersey cam in here, Phil? Again, we'll see if we can blow it out. Let's white balance the camera off of this. Look at the and it's just printed. So they just got out the bevel tool and then that's probably just from going through the wash once, and I'm signaling. The beacons are lit.
Is that the same year as the Chrome Stadium Series?
Yes.
Yeah, look at that.
Take a look at the other jersey from this game. Have not found this one for cheap.
Or done.
That's not the jersey.
Close your eyes. We're
You
going
have
to
in the
describe
wrong
it
order
today.
again.
That's
not as bad.
That's comparably, no, but
it's Edmonton Oil Kings' third jersey.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Little third Dallas too.
Yeah,
it's
got
not as
those vibes.
bad.
It's got those vibes. All right.
Like if this was in Dallas.
I thought it was in Dallas, just based on the.
Nope, they just neon was what you think of when you think of Columbus.
Well, the star too. The Columbus star swooshes around and has a tail like that.
Okay. I can't
Looks like Star Trek actually.
take it off the thing.
Well,
This
it's
is
only
two?
getting worse. No, why would it only be 2 Shrems whenever they can get people to buy 4 of them?
1, 2, 3. I hate that thing. 4.
Oh.
You didn't
Craft dinner.
McDonald's. Or Carl's Jr., depending on which coast you're on.
Fair.
The only one I kind of actually like.
Cool.
Out of all 4 of them.
The red one?
The white one. I like the white
Yeah,
one.
the white one's the only one I own. I'm
Doesn't
tempted to
make
get
you
a red one just because of how awful it is.
And I got the gold one because that's the one Crosby wore.
Oh, nice.
And then what about the blue one?
Well, I had to get all 4.
See?
Because I was told to.
Oh, yeah.
Also, notice I bought the red one from the Montreal store because they were blowing them out. Notice that one has the patch and the rest don't.
Oh, that's so hit and miss these days.
It's also printed.
Oh,
it's a printed patch. It's kind of like it's printed and glued. Phil, if you want to get in here.
Printed and glued.
Well, it's very thin.
For extra
So
security.
it's like, if anyone's had like a newer CCM jersey or a newer Reebok, or like a Reebok AHL jersey, it's that kind. Where it's not the same printing we got in Reebok Edge, but feel how thin that is.
That's like the Reebok shoulder patches on
like
the
laughably thin
premieres.
So
now I don't mean to do this to you, Phil. You can get all 4 of these for like $16 right now.
He's so sad. It's a shame you can't see him because he's so sad. He's also not going to take that cue to switch to his camera to show himself being sad.
So it was 2020 what, Phil, that we did this? 2024.
Last year.
Somehow Justin Bieber is still relevant.
Yeah, I don't get that
He's
either.
Canadian. Yeah, I get, we grabbed a Canadian to lean into.
Why not Celine Dion?
Why not? Bryan Adams. That's a great one too. But no, we did Bieber.
Rush.
We could have done Rush. Man, what else? There's so many. Dan Aykroyd. Why not? Why not do that? But we chose Biebs. The only redeeming qualities of these that makes them different is, well, when you get these customized. Well,
he's putting the box together.
Put the box together. The lowercase nameplate under
the name.
Close your eyes and envision it. That's the only uniqueness that I found here. Everything else was...
Yeah, that's the only reason I got one, just to be able to do that for one of them.
Just goofy. Do we have enough?
Well, and the thing is, they were selling them customized before the All-Star game, but then they didn't stick with those divisions. So each one originally was supposed to be for...
Yeah, they are labeled for divisions, and then they drafted teams, so it meant nothing.
And you, too, can use this in your home with the simplicity of...
Well, yeah, how else am I going to get 4 jerseys on a single tripod?
Wow, those were terrible.
Technology.
How is this...
Oh, I hate these. I have an unyielding passion for this.
Interesting.
This is from 2009.
2009?
And where was it held?
Montreal,
Quebec.
Wow.
So, first off, you have the really intense design that happened here. Again, they got an early lunch on the design team. East. Front numbers. Does anyone like a front number? No, granted, All-Star game. I can understand more the number is more important. But then we have... Go ahead, hold out that arm. Extreme asymmetry.
Why?
So for this side, they could put... So this was the Montreal's 100th season. And so they put on this side 3 stars with years. You want to take a look at these, Phil? Take a look before they flake off because they're Reebok. What are these years? Do you know what these years would be, Shrems?
I do not.
They're years that Montreal hosted the All-Star Game. Wow. Such history. Much history. Very history. And then I'll leave what's on that sleeve?
On
just
this
a number?
sleeve, we have nothing.
And yeah, it just, yeah. No, that makes perfect sense. And then, it's okay. So there's just a great font. It is actually stitched, though. I'll give Reebok, but somehow I'm finding some of these now. Let's look at the, I cribbed this
There's
from
another
sports
version
logos.
of this? Oh my goodness.
I nearly got my hands on a white one. Also notice the gloves.
Usually the white ones, in my opinion, look a lot cleaner. This looks terrible.
And the east and west are also opposite each other. The stars are on opposite ends because, left coast, right coast.
Was that Gino?
There's Gino.
Nice.
So, yeah, this is just swell.
Wow. No,
So-
you came in with a pretty bold argument, but you...
it is every individual thing that we hate in jerseys, of asymmetry, of front numbers, of random things that don't make sense, and just a crap logo.
You did it.
So I dare say 2009 is the worst ever All-Star. And Montreal's 100th season, they pulled this out. Not a good look.
No, very very well done. Very well argued. This might. I don't think this is wrong. So.
No, I mean, look, could you? There are some bad ones out there. Could you push?
I'm so confident. I'm going to turn the comments off.
Censorship. That's the way to have us always be right. On that wonderful note, he's Shrems. I'm John. Phil, let's take us out.
Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, ring the bell to get notifications when we post new videos, and come back for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
Thank you, comrade. Comrade Shrems will make sure there will be no dissent in the comments.
I'm not a part of this, Phil. Can you make sure that that's heard? Just make sure.
Da Tavarich.